Hey guys, it's Barb from HetteshWorld, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of MORryde like no one's ever seen MORryde before. Then we're going to check out their showroom with current products and concept products, so stay tuned. We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020 we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world? Just a note before we start the video, we are in a factory, so I eliminated as much noise as I could, and I've raised the voice levels up so you could try to hear him as good. There is a little section where you can hear, but there's a little more background noise, so I just want to warn you up front so you know. So now on with the show.
MORryde, of course, and we started in 1966 doing rubber suspension systems. We have progressed from that. We were doing the rubber springs for travel trailers, and then we went to motorhomes, and then we just started progressing on to the point that we do all of our own steel fabrication. We do fabrication for the automotive industry, for military, medical, agricultural, and then just other manufacturers that don't do their own fabrication. So that's kind of nice and diversified for us, because the RV industry is always an up and down.
Yep.
And so we're trying to level that curve out a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost down. When I started with the company in 1995, we had a total of maybe 35 employees.
Oh my goodness, okay.
We employ now close to 1,000, I think. We have been over 1,000. A little bit about the foyer here. This door, for example, and the banisters that we have.
Yes.
Came from an old hotel in Detroit, right across from Tiger Stadium.
Oh wow.
And so they repurposed them and brought them here. Now
It's beautiful.
this room was not originally with us. It was the lounge area, but
Yep.
we didn't have it
Nice like it is.
Yeah, and so now we had a carpenter come in, and they did just a beautiful job of blending everything
We
in.
thought it was like an old bank attached to the building or something with all of this. Yeah, this is beautiful. Sorry, ma'am.
And then, you know, of course, in the lounge area,
Oh yeah.
we serve you beverages and snacks.
We
and
have
coffee.
partaked of drink. Thank you.
This is our original building. Now, this portion of it didn't exist. It was added on later. And the owner's offices, there were one's here and one's over
Oh,
there,
okay.
in Rodney.
Okay.
So we are a privately owned company. It was started by their dad, who unfortunately just passed away about 2 months ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. He was a wonderful man. But they've been running the company since '91. And
Love it. At the other states, is it like this also, an office and service, or just the service?
all of our plants are here in Elkhart.
Okay.
Everything that we have. So,
Okay.
I know our competitors are national.
Yeah.
We've chosen to stay here in the Elkhart
Okay.
area because that's where most of our manufacturers are.
Yeah.
About probably between 85% of all RVs built are in a 50-mile radius of
Yeah.
Elkhart.
Yeah, it's a very smart move.
So we say that. All right, we're going to go out into the plant right now.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of action going on.
Oh, that's okay. There's a shift change, or 3 shifts today, they said.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, there's going to be a step. When we first started the service department, we only had 2 bays here.
Okay.
That was it.
Wow.
And then we
Expanded.
expanded. We actually
Okay.
opened up holes and put overhead doors in there since I've been here.
Okay. Wow.
We've already went over to the Cruise Americas. But,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
basically, this is an alignment machine.
Okay.
It was in this bay up until, again, a couple of months ago. And we're just trying to open up more capacity to do these aftermarket installs
Okay.
for the IS. Right now, we are booked out until July of 22
Wow.
for the ISs.
Okay. That is crazy.
It's about a 2-day job to bring these in, put a 2-axle IS disc
Okay.
brake on it.
Okay.
So we usually finish by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It looks like they've just
Yeah.
A couple of these already have the IS on them. They're
Okay.
probably just doing alignments on them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But we do get a few of those in here for the alignments, and then all these trailers that don't have paint on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The manufacturers actually install the IS on it.
Okay.
Then before they go to the paint shop, they bring them by here for a wheel alignment.
Okay.
You'll notice this equipment right here. This is what we use to do the wheel alignment, because the IS toe end and camber can be adjusted on it.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
So they bring them over here after they install it. We do the alignment on them, and then they take them to the paint shop.
Okay.
And then back to the factory.
Is that what Riverstone would have done then? Riverstone on ours?
Riverstone does exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, now here is where we do all of our alignments. All the Grand Designs and Riverstones and all of them are pretty large trailers.
Yeah.
And you can see we got height and width on this door.
Yep.
So we try to keep this reserved for the alignments. Okay, here we go to the IS. Now you're going to learn everything you wanted to know but was afraid to ask.
It is funny. I have learned so much, so thank you. That's perfect.
Okay. This is, we're going to go with component at a time.
Okay.
This portion is called the frame hanger.
Okay.
It's upside down right now.
Okay.
But this will actually set up against the frame, and that's where we attach it. And using bolts, and we'll do a weld on it also.
Okay.
This portion right here is called the beam assembly. The beam assembly has the journal bar, the beam itself, and that's solid steel. And the spindle and the rubber spring.
Ooh, okay.
You'll notice that rubber spring, there's two of them bolted together and they're in series, kind of a stair step.
Okay.
That's what allows us to give you that 5 to 5.5 inches of travel on that.
Okay.
Port bracket that fits on here, which houses this beam, it comes down to this point.
Okay.
3 of the 4 bolts holes that are in the port bracket are slotted.
Okay.
One of them is a pivot hole.
Okay.
That way we can set the toe in on your suspension using that. Also, we built camber into the port bracket for a purpose. This is an 8,000 pound system. Okay. So we built camber for 4,000 pounds on this wheel, 4,000 pounds on this wheel.
Okay.
How many trailers do you know that are balanced on the weight?
I don't know. None.
None. You have a heavy side of the trailer, you have a light side of the trailer. So your camber on a straight axle is never exactly right.
Okay.
From a weight standpoint, because of that weight distribution. So what we do is we actually put camber shims in here, plus or minus, just to even out the camber. And the camber is positioned your tire in the vertical direction.
Yes.
You don't want it tilted this way, you don't want it tilted this way. And the idea for putting camber in there is weight does affect that. If you look at a straight axle, they bend camber into that axle tube. So if your tires were attached to it and you had it laying on the ground here, it would look like this.
Oh, okay.
With an arch in between.
Okay.
Because when you put load on it, it starts bending that tube, and then the tires will come up straight.
Okay.
But if you don't have enough weight to bring it up straight, then you're going to have positive camber in there. Or if you got more, you're going to have negative camber in there.
Okay.
So that's how we use camber shims to equal that out, so that tire is indeed straight up and down. Now we have 3 different sizes of these beam assemblies.
Yep.
This is a 7,000 pound. We have an 8,000 and a 9,000.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, we did the 9Ks are very, very good.
Okay.
Now here are some of those frame hangers without anything on them.
Wow. Okay.
Now what's significant about this is the cross member that's on there. You start off with a 2x4 tube, and it's a stub shaft. It'll come out to right about here. And then you got a stub shaft right over here of a 2x4 tube. Then we take these C channels and clamp it around them. Now the reason we use those stub shafts, we have different frame widths on each different trailers, okay?
Yes.
So rather than have 150 different part numbers, we just have a jig and we adjust that to get the frame width of the trailer we're working on.
Okay, that's super good.
So they are custom built to your trailer.
Okay.
Doing over here on this table is we're experimenting with air suspension. We've already released a single axle. Next one will be a tandem axle, which is what's on my trailer right now.
Okay.
The advantage of that is, well, most of it's perception. If you talk to your truck drivers,
Yeah.
it's nothing but air. And it does work very well.
Does
A little
our-
more complex. Another system that we're going to put out there on the
Okay.
market to, we're actually going to be competing against ourselves.
Oh.
Give you a little bit more wheel travel.
Okay.
The real advantage to it is like your toy hauler. Ramp door angles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can be a problem. Sometimes people will have to jack up the front of it
Yeah.
just to get that angle down.
Yeah.
Well, with the air system, you can actually kneel the trailer down in the back.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Or if you're going off-road,
Yes.
you can actually raise the trailer.
Okay, that would be good. We won't be going off road. That would be good.
And then many problems that we've had in the past, when you're going off-road, basically you can raise the trailer up. Oh, and a couple of years ago, the manufacturers of trucks raised the rails by 2 inches. Well, what did that do to everybody? Well,
Oh,
you had to drop your pin box
yeah,
to raise the nose of it up, so you're going down the road nose high.
yeah.
Well, that's not a good scenario
No.
because it's shifting all the weight back to the rear axle.
Yeah.
Well, with this new system, the air system, all you would have to do is just raise it up
Okay.
using
would
the
be-
airbags.
That would be incredible.
So there's going to be some advantages to it.
When is that coming out? Is it out already, or it's about?
The single axle is out right now.
Okay.
We're pretty close to releasing the tandem axle.
Okay.
Then we'll go to a tri-axle. Those will all be 7Ks.
Okay.
Then we'll start looking at the heavier
Yeah.
8Ks.
Okay. It'll be all perfect for us by then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, interesting fact, this was added on after the fact. Both this one, the ceiling,
Oh, ceiling.
second
Sorry.
floor,
Yeah. Okay.
we just
Wow. Okay. I didn't even see that. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
as we expanded with this building and this building, we were out of room before we even finished them.
Yeah, I believe
So
it.
then we started going to
Yeah.
the.
You're kind of landlocked here a little bit.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Now, there was a road that ran right in front of us. You can see Moyer Avenue here, and all the way over there, Moyer Avenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that ran all the way through here. Across the street was residential homes.
Okay.
And we slowly but surely started purchasing the homes. Got them all except for, did you notice that one
Little
little?
cute one. It reminds me of a book when the kids were little about the little woman that wouldn't live in the city, grew up around her, and
Well, it's kind of that story. Now we own that building
yeah, just
or that
waiting,
house,
waiting for her
but
to be done.
the people that live there really did not want to move. They were in their 90s,
Yeah.
and they'd lived there for 60 years.
Yeah.
So Bobby and Rodney said, "No, you don't have to move.
Yeah.
We'll purchase the property, but you will be able to stay there for the rest of your lives."
That's wonderful.
They put a driveway in for them. They take
Wow.
care of all the landscaping. They came over to all of our lunches,
Oh.
employee lunches,
Yeah.
just part of the family.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Smith, probably a month ago, passed away.
Okay.
So Mr. Smith is still there by himself,
Oh.
but sweetest couple you ever could meet.
Aw.
Yeah, we thought of them as our mom and pops.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is our welding department,
Okay.
both upstairs and downstairs.
Okay.
We've got four campuses that we work out of. This is campus number 1.
Okay.
We do the service department, we do assembly, We do our R&D at this plant over here. We're kind of an all-purpose factory at this plant. The one on Sterling Avenue.
Careful.
I like working for MORryde. If I turn you over, then I won't be here no more.
They might give you a raise.
I got it.
So Sterling,
Nice,
this
Talk to Jay.
Sorry, go ahead.
this is known as the Sterling campus. Now
Okay.
we've got one on Bristol Street or Grant Street, actually straddles those. We do nothing but fabrication there
Okay.
and machining, and that's for all facets of the business: RV, military, so forth and so on.
Okay.
Then we've got our Cooper Avenue, and that's where we work on Class A, Class C, and diesel pushers.
I just wonder why I didn't see any Class A's here.
Yep, exactly. And what we'll do is we'll actually cut the frame in half, extend the wheelbase on it, put it all back together,
Sorry. Trying to make it go away.
and we add trusses and
Okay.
any kind of framing work that we can do.
Okay.
That they'll allow us. The other campus, we do nothing but assembly of the steps.
Okay.
That's a very small building. That's across the street from Cooper. And then the last building is on Stainless. We just purchased 75 acres over there. We have we have 3 buildings currently, and they're building a 4th one. We do our powder coating over there. We actually cut and fabricate the steps, the entry door steps over there. The basement compartment doors that we do are over in one of those. So it's pretty spread out here. Cutting those frames, for example, you really don't want to put heat on a frame because it distorts the metal.
Okay.
When we first started, we had to use plasma cutters, which puts an extreme amount of heat on there.
Yes.
You're cutting it, basically. But we found a device, it's called a nibbler, and it's just like a Pac-Man guy out there. He just nibbles the steel off of the frame.
Yeah.
1/4 inch thick. It's just like hot butter. It goes around there.
Wow.
Cuts the frame. So it's nice, clean cut, no heat, no slag, clean surface to weld.
I mean, you think of all the things that you guys have created and, started and changed and.
Oh, and to see this, we started breaking into the fabrication in 1994.
Okay.
That's when we first started. I started in 95, so we had a few pieces of equipment on that. But what Bobby and Rodney did is, rather than going out and buying all new equipment and going extremely far in debt and risking the company, they would buy a used piece of equipment, refurbish, run till it paid for itself, go out and get another. So we didn't do it all at once. We just kind of eased into it, if you will.
You're savers, which is good. I mean, you're repurposers and savers, and that's amazing.
And now there's nothing that MORryde can't do from a fabrication standpoint. We choose to outsource some things because it's the capacity is the big thing, like spindles for the IS. We can build those, but Dexter's been doing it for years, and they already have the equipment in place and they can handle our volume.
Yeah, and you're happy with them. It's a good relationship.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a love-hate relationship. We're competitors, but yet we're one of their better customers. Over here is our lasers. I don't think they had the tube laser going there.
Okay.
We have a tube laser that cuts square tube, round tube, triangle tube. Just using a laser beam. You can write your name on it.
Oh my God, that's
we do a
amazing.
lot of slots and notches on it, so when you're putting it up in a jig, it locates it for you, which is really cool. So it's positioned where it should be when you're welding all these trusses together.
Okay.
Get that perfect 90-degree angle on it and all that. These lasers have opened up so many avenues for us.
Are they run by men still, or are they robots? Or
No, well, the actual cutting is kind of robotic, if you will. But you have to have an operator on each one of them.
Yeah, keep it going.
Now this is what we call the skeleton. This is what's left after they cut this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You see there's multiple part numbers on this.
Yep.
Well, we have software that actually nests these parts together so you can get the best utilization out of this steel.
Okay.
Now we get money for scrap, but you get a lot more for a finished part. This is just simply suction cups that we use to set these pieces over.
Okay. Okay. That is amazing. Super amazing. I mean, it's just
No slag on it.
no, nothing's. Huh.
Again, heat distorts.
Okay.
This just came out.
Wow.
And
So it's not too bad.
it's cold.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
cold. Well, you take a feel of it.
Okay. Oh yeah, ice cold.
So,
It's colder than I am.
no. Here we go. We got one running.
I don't know if you can see in there, but the laser's in there doing its work. I know you can see the sparks. It's totally amazing. Oh,
Now, what it's cutting out right now is the kick plate for the step above for a
okay.
particular
Okay.
manufacturer
Okay.
writing their name on it.
That is, I mean, I hope you guys can see this because this is amazing. Sorry, in case you didn't hear that, this machine shows exactly where it's cutting. So you see it moving around in there, and then it's going through this over here.
Here's the finished product.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. That is amazing. Is that like Timberwolf or
Gray wood.
Grey Wolf? Yeah, sorry. It's got all the little pieces on the ground, and then that's what it's doing inside that machine. So, oh.
Here, have a letter.
I like it. It's mine.
It's yours.
Thank you. That's really cool.
Now, we've gone through the process of cutting all this steel
Yeah.
into flat pieces.
Yeah.
Now it's time to make it a usable part. So we
Okay.
come to the press brake.
Okay. Wow. I mean, you just never knew all this was behind where they were working.
Exactly. Exactly. So these press brakes use die and punches. The die is the bottom portion there. The
Okay.
punch is the top. These are all hydraulically controlled. So if for some reason he got his finger in the way, all he has to do is release the trigger.
And it lets
And it
go.
stops.
Okay.
With the original equipment we had, it was mechanical. It had a huge wheel and it went off the centrifugal force. So once you triggered it, it was going.
Oh,
That's why so
Okay.
many of the older fabricators
Yeah.
have missing fingers.
yeah, I believe it.
It's extremely dangerous. On the back side, that's a backstop that he pushes it up
Oh,
against.
yeah.
That indexes every time he's making a bend
Okay.
so that he can make his next bend
Fair.
properly. And then here are a little bit larger pieces.
Wow.
Now what these pieces are used for is a ramp on a mobility van.
Oh, okay.
So they'll eventually assemble these together, but this is a portion of it. So you'll see they've got multiple guys here for the different bends.
It's very time consuming.
Once they get it set up, it goes pretty quickly.
Okay.
And then this is a company that wants 100% QC. Not necessarily the bend, but the finished part's got to be
Yeah.
100% QC.
Yeah.
And if it's not right, then
Yeah, it's not going to work.
not going to work exactly. So probably every 10th or 15th or 20th piece, they'll do a quality check on
Okay.
it, just to make sure that everything's still in tolerance.
Okay. The MORryde way.
The MORryde way.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit about the punches and dies here. The thinner the metal that you're bending,
Yep.
you have a much tighter V in here.
Okay.
That's so you can get that 90 degree.
Okay.
But if you have a real thick piece of metal, like 1/4 inch,
Yep.
and you tried to make it a real tight bend like that, it would actually stretch and bend and break the steel.
Okay.
So you have to have
Wow.
a much wider V in that
Okay.
to give it that 90 degree bend. So these are what's called the dies,
Okay.
and then the punches are these guys right here.
Okay.
And that's what pushes them down in the V's.
Okay. Okay.
Now, this is pretty incredible here.
Oh.
This is one of our best employees. Never takes a break, never
No.
goes to lunch,
Has
works
no health
24 hours
issues.
a day.
Yeah. No health issues.
No health issues. So you'll notice the arm over here, in just a moment, we'll pick up a blank piece.
Okay. Oh, this one or over here?
This one over here.
Okay.
Should be any time now,
Yeah.
or he already has.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you'll watch him in just a second here.
Oh.
All right, now you see that flash?
Yep.
It's taking a picture of that blank just to make sure that's the right,
The right
part
one.
that they're supposed to be putting in there.
Okay.
Then this guy picks it up and we'll bend it.
Wow. That's amazing. That's super,
Now I will
super
tell
cool.
you, this guy here makes a lot more money than this guy over here
Oh.
because his job's too simple.
Yeah, he's just got a little.
And this has got to do all the work. So
Yeah.
we pay him a lot more. Now this thing will put its own dies and punches in there. Now you do have to have an operator to double check to make sure it's in tolerance
Okay.
and do a little tweaking on it. So,
Yeah.
but for the most part, they can get it started, walk off, and
It's okay.
it'll just keep on going.
Okay.
Now people say, aren't you putting jobs in jeopardy by having all this automation? Well, I go to the fact that in 1995 when I started, we had 35 employees.
Yeah.
We have nearly 1,000 right now.
Yeah.
So all we're doing is creating more jobs, more opportunities, and being more competitive to bring jobs back here in the States.
Yes.
Because most of our stuff is made in Elkhart, Indiana. That's about all the exciting stuff on this building. We'll go over to the next one, and then I'll take you to our display area.
Okay.
When we first started doing the fabrication, we had lean-to buildings with tarps in front of it as doors, and they were all outside. So it was exposed to the weather.
So this is much better.
When we added this, if it's raining, we bring a truck in for them to untarp, unload,
Yeah.
so it's not exposed to all the weather.
Yeah.
Now, prices of steel have just absolutely gone off the charts. They were 70% above, and they've probably got another 20 or 30% over that now.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So, unfortunately, we've had to increase the price of products. And as you can see, this is just one building, and that's tons and tons and tons and tons. Then on this side of the building, we do all of our aluminum welding.
Okay. So the shifts that they have, is it mostly the repairs are 24 hours, or they build stuff 24 hours, or?
Well, it depends on the job. Now here, the lasers run 24/7.
Okay.
And a lot of the assembly runs 24 hours a day over here.
Okay.
Now, the aluminum welding, about a shift.
Yeah, that's all probably.
Because we have, again, 3 different locations that they're doing this in. So
Okay. Okay.
it varies on the product that we're doing, but
Okay.
at all the campuses, you got a 24/7 going.
Okay. Okay. That's exciting. And I know I know you guys, I see a lot of negativity online. Don't upgrade like we did to the MORryde. Don't upgrade, it's not worth it. And there's no one to service you, there's problems down the road. And we always comment or try to share, if you're full-timing, you definitely want to upgrade to what we have. And if there is a problem, there's 35 locations or 25 locations, right? Nationwide.
And honestly, most any service center
Yeah.
can work on this
Yeah.
system. It's very simplistic in design.
But if you do some management and watching and learning, you can always be near a service center if there's one that you're going to think you need.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And
That's the only thing I've heard is people keep asking, is it worth the upgrade? And we keep telling them, yes, it definitely is.
well, if you look at the amount of money that you've spent on your home on wheels,
Yeah.
and then you look at our roads,
Yes.
you know, it's like going probably a 7.3 on the Richter scale going
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
So it's an investment in your investment. Road shock is the most damage it affects on the structure and the content, and that's where it really pays.
You hear that, Arkansas? He saved us.
Oh yeah, Arkansas is pretty rough. Now, this is an interesting little forklift. You see the forks are at the end of the steering.
Oh, okay. Huh.
We call them a bendy. Now the advantage to these is you can have a much narrower aisle, go in there and use this bendy and still pick up the product
You take it
all the way up to the ceiling.
And this building's the same way then?
Yep, this was added after it was built.
Okay.
Now what you're looking at here is some bed frames.
Okay.
Now these unfortunately can't be sold aftermarket because of the installation of them. But this is your headboard,
Okay.
and it'll tilt up for you. So if you're watching TV
Oh, yeah.
in bed or
Yeah.
you're reading, that's a real nice product.
Yeah, that is very nice. Yes. I wish our bed did that.
And these are some of our cargo slides.
Okay.
The cargo slides are a nice option to have. Now, probably the biggest kickback or pushback that we hear is it's going to take up too much space.
That's what Bob's worried about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Number one, you're only going to lose about 1.5 to 2 inch vertical height.
Okay.
What's it worth to be able to get to the stuff in the middle
I know, it's
without
like
having
that.
to unload everything? Upstairs, we're doing the assembly on the TV brackets.
Oh, okay.
Over here is where they're putting the cargo slides together. Now, all of our cargo slides, we put the carpet on.
Okay.
So when you buy it, it's complete, 100%. Completely assembled, got the floor in it, got the carpet.
Be installed maybe in a day, you think, or?
Oh, it can be installed in less than a day.
Okay.
All you do is just put screws in the floor or bolts, depending
Okay.
on what type of floor you got.
Okay. Okay.
So it's really, really pretty simple. What about a tap dance?
What happiness?
Tap dance. Oh, there we go.
MORryde or happy workers. Happy. They will dance their way into your lives.
Oh,
Their
absolutely.
products will.
Yeah, we are very fortunate with the people that we have. Blessed would be the word.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone has been so cordial and nice. And it's not like that everywhere. That is for sure.
Now, this is a normal. Okay, this is where we're doing our pin boxes.
Okay.
Now, this is an unusual one. We've got what we call a orbital pin box.
Okay. Yes.
And instead of bending here, we lock that out, and it's bending back here at the box area.
Oh wow.
That's great for short bed trucks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're very limited on the number of trailers that we can put it on because of the mounting, the way you mount it. The Jaycos that this goes on, the lips, instead of having wings, it's got a lip that goes around 4 corners, and
Yeah.
there's only 4 bolts.
That's amazing
hold
that that's all that. I mean, I know it's durable, but that's still,
Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately you can't take a regular pin box
Yeah. And do. Yeah.
and put the orbital on.
No. It'd be to you.
But our orbital also has the rubber for up and down.
Oh.
Now this is for that orbital pin box, so we're not.
Okay.
It's going to go together a little bit differently. But our normal, typical pin box, that is your base for it right
Oh
here.
yes, that's correct. Yep.
And then this bolts up to your wings where your current pin box
Yep.
bolted onto. Here's another portion of it. This is the kingpin and
Wow.
skid plate.
Okay. Wow.
This is a rubber spring.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and then the main frame of the box comes down on top of this.
Okay.
And we bolt it up.
Okay.
So,
That's it, yeah.
in essence, is we've separated the skid plate completely.
Okay.
Attached this rubber spring. So now, when you get on a concrete road, for example, with the expansion seams, and the trailer gets into that harmonic back and forth motion, instead of being solidly hooked here.
Oh, there go one that's put together.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Instead of it shoving you
Okay.
like this, you got that rubber spring, and it's got 3 inches of 4.5 travel in it,
Okay.
as well as side to side.
Yeah, which we've seen a lot, and it works phenomenal.
It really does.
That's amazing. Thank you, sir.
When you hear me talk about wings, these are the wings. This gets welded to the frame,
Okay.
and that's part of the frame structure. So I think, quite honestly, Lippert does all the frames. They'll be welding that up there. But it'll have a MORryde pin box on
Yeah.
it.
That's the
Here's a
best part.
plus.
That's the best part.
Interesting bit of trivia.
Okay.
You heard me say that this skid plate is completely separated.
Yes.
What happens if that rubber spring tears? Do you think you're going to lose your trailer? You could,
Okay.
but you're not.
Okay.
That's what these bars are for right here.
Okay.
Those are retaining rods, and they go through this steel tube here.
Okay.
Okay? So what would happen is it's going to go back.
Okay.
It's going to make a large noise. It's going to scare you to death.
Okay.
You may even have to clean out the pants. It'll scare you so bad. Just gradually pull over to the side of the road, get some 2x4s or something solid, and just put it in the gap
Okay.
in here, and then you can keep on going. You're not stranded. Rubber springs is completely assembled. This is a real pin box.
Okay.
And we just use that as a display. Now you may be asking what this is.
Yes. What is that? Gary, what is that?
Does that look like a turtle?
Yes.
Well, that's what we call it,
Okay.
a turtle. And basically what you do is you take the pigtail, instead of stuffing it in the back of your box,
Yeah.
put the head of it in here,
Oh.
and wrap the card around
Oh my God.
nicely
Okay.
and neatly.
Yeah,
and
and
then
it
you can
fits.
put it on the side,
Okay.
you can put it here,
Okay.
you can put it underneath.
Does that work on all or just MORrydes?
That's, oh no,
Yeah.
any metal
Okay.
pin box. That's
Yeah.
a new product, we just released it. I've done my first 2 or 3 shows, and I came back in.
Yeah, I believe
sold
it.
everything we had.
Do you know how much they retail for?
They retail for $35.
Okay.
Our
Wow.
other products, these are our suspension components.
Okay.
This is what a factory leaf spring system looks like. And you have your shackles that connect,
Okay.
okay? Solid steel.
Okay.
Well, what MORryde does is we take that equalizer and we put it in the same location,
Okay.
same configuration, except we're putting rubber between the leaf spring and the frame.
Okay.
I think everybody will agree that rubber isolates and
Yes.
absorbs road shock a lot better than
Yes.
steel does.
Yes, I agree.
So that's what we've done. Now, our competitors have done the same thing. Lippert and Dexter.
Yeah.
They have their Easy Flex for Dexter and EqualFlex for Lippert or their Road Warrior.
Okay.
The difference between those two and the MORryde is this patented slot.
Okay.
What that does is that allows this to move up and down
Oh,
when
okay.
we compress the rubber. And you're getting more vertical travel out of the suspension.
Okay.
Well, vertical travel is what dissipates the energy. What hasn't been absorbed when your suspension bottoms out
Yep.
is transferred to the frame and everything attached to it.
Okay.
So vertical travel is what we're looking for.
Okay.
So instead of having 2 inches out of a leaf spring or the Lippert or Dexter's,
Yep.
you're getting 3 inches of vertical travel.
Okay.
So this is a very good system. Well, we kind of up that game a little bit more with the SRE 4000.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the top there, you see that's a little bit more rubber than you have here.
Oh yeah, a lot more.
So you get a lot more isolation. As a matter of fact, there's 210% more rubber.
Okay.
Okay. And this is rubber in shear instead of compression. So we're not mashing this rubber together.
Yep.
This whole box is moving up and down.
Oh wow, okay.
So by doing so, we're going to give you an additional 2 inches of vertical travel. So we're going to double what you get off of a factory system.
Okay, okay.
It's going to isolate better because it's got a lot more rubber there. And lastly, but not least, is it actually lowers the spring rate. It takes less force to push it up, so the smaller occurrences in the road, like expansion seams and such as that, will be absorbed instead of bouncing over.
Wow, okay, yeah, those are the worst ones. Yeah.
Those are really great things. Now, here's another big thing. You may think that you have wet boats because the newer trailers do have a greasable boat, and you do have a wet boat system.
Okay.
It's just not heavy duty, because you see that's only a 1/4 inch thick.
Yep.
And this is one of the probably weakest links on your suspension system. As I said, it goes right in here, like so.
Okay.
So that is constantly moving back and forth, up and down, and it's carrying the weight of your trailer. So eventually, this will happen.
Okay.
And that should be a round hole.
Yep.
When that happens, you're on the side of the road until it's repaired.
Okay.
So what MORryde does, increases the size of that from a 1/4 inch up to a 1/2 inch
Wow,
thick.
okay.
Instead of using the plastic bushings that'll wear out probably within 7,000 or 10,000 miles, we use bronze bushings.
Oh, much better.
And of course, greasable bolts on that.
Okay.
So if you compare the two, huge difference. Okay. This is a new product line for us. It's called the Windfield Stabilizers.
Okay.
If you have electric landing gear, and there's many units that do still have that.
Okay.
With the square post, we can put this crisscross on there, and what we're addressing is that rocking in the trailer, particularly when you're parked.
Yes.
Because it's moving on the suspension.
Yep.
So by putting this in here and tightening it up,
Keeps it steady.
eliminates a great deal of that.
Yeah, because that makes you feel seasick. Yes.
Exactly. Now, if you happen to have scissors jacks on the back of the trailer, we've got another crisscross system for that.
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, I don't have the, well, we're selling everything we got on. We do have a hitch stabilizer. So if you have a receiver, a 2-inch receiver on the back of the trailer, basically all this does is goes in there, and you have 2 legs that spread out with a ratchet strap.
Yep.
Tighten it up, and
you're
it's
safe.
Amazing.
Okay.
I just got back from a DRV rally, and sold out. Step lights.
Oh, okay.
For the entry door steps.
I don't know if I've seen, have those been out already, or?
It just came out
Okay.
recently.
Okay.
The packet comes 2 lights, the brackets.
Okay.
And we even provide the screws in there, and the batteries.
Okay.
Basically, these are motion activated.
Okay, which is nice.
And they have the photo cell in there, so during the day they don't come on.
Yep.
The only time they come on in the evening is when you get within probably 4 or 5 feet of the steps. You're going to get a lot of longevity out of that, simply because of that photo cell and the motion activated.
Okay.
They come in packs of 2. I think retail on that's over $25. This is the handrail I was telling you about.
Yes.
So we can see, I don't know if we have one.
I see the normal one.
Yeah, they don't have the handrail on it, but basically it just screws to the side of your steps.
Okay.
Manufacturers don't put it on there, and they're obviously trying to keep their costs low.
Oh, yeah.
It is an option.
And you
the
leave the other
already
one
in the
on
step.
too? You leave the other one on as well normally when you put
Absolutely.
this on? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this just kind of gives you a little transition at the bottom of the steps, and then you just reach over and grab your grab handle when you get a little bit closer there.
Okay. How much does that retail for?
That retails for about, well, I'm thinking rally prices. It's right around $55 TV brackets.
Okay.
We have got every possible TV bracket you can think of for most any applications. This one's kind of popular because
You can pop it off. Oh, wow. Okay.
it comes with 2 docking stations.
Okay.
So you can have one outside,
Yeah.
one in your bedroom, take the bracket in there with the TV,
Yep.
slip it in, and you're good to go. It swivels, left, right.
I like that because
here,
it's
here.
easy.
And then we
Yeah.
have 10 degrees tilt built into
Wow,
it. So
okay.
if you're sitting below, you can tilt it down.
Tilt it down.
And not get the, so we have this one,
Okay.
this one, and this one all come with the multiple or dual docking stations.
Okay.
Then we have our swing arm brackets.
That's kind of like, I think, what we have. Yes.
Okay, pivots here, pivots here, pivots here.
Yep.
10 degrees tilt. One nice thing about, with the exception of these, one nice thing about all of MORryde's TV brackets is
Yep. Oh,
we
my.
lock.
So that even
No
helps.
bungee straps.
Okay. Oh,
It's a smaller version of it.
okay.
Assume this is your basement compartment door.
Okay.
And this is your wall.
Okay.
This bracket allows you to slide out, and here's your TV.
Oh, okay.
Now we have stationary brackets.
Yep.
We also have ceiling mounts.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. Okay.
Which is nice. This one I love. For those that have entertainment centers outside.
Yeah.
And it's a fixed TV. It's just,
Yeah.
you can't move it. And
That's
when
like
the sun
ours.
gets in there, wow.
Oh,
Well,
that's
this-
ours.
And they can't put a regular TV bracket in there.
Okay.
Simply because of the depth of it.
Yep.
Well, this one is less than 3 inches
Okay.
away from the wall. And then it
Oh.
slides out, swivels left, swivels right, so you
Okay.
can keep it out of the sun.
Yep.
Very, very, very aggressive magnets.
Yeah, to hold it in,
So
yep.
This is another nice one.
Okay.
If you have a TV, for example, on our trailer, the trailer I pull, it is a toy hauler. TV is way up here. Also, my ramp makes into a deck.
Okay.
And we also have, you'll see this in just a few moments, the Patio X
Yep.
10 on it. Well, I want to watch TV out there.
Yeah.
Nice cool breeze and the fresh air. So all I do is go into where my TV is way up here,
And you. Oh.
and it swivels,
Yeah.
and it locks. So those are all pretty cool. These are just various
Different ones of them.
versions of it. This one,
Oh, careful.
they didn't put the bolt on the back side. There's a stop on that, which needs to be put on there before I drop this on my toe one of these days.
Oh.
But this is just a bracket that slides out, swivels left, right, and tilts.
Okay.
And then here's a cool one.
Oh, it looks like a trailer hitch.
Again, for a basement.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, so if you have a basement and you don't have a TV outside and you're thinking, I'm never going to have a TV outside, you're going to have a TV outside.
Exactly. And honestly, you could use one of these.
Yep.
We have one that's 25 inches long, so you could just put it on the side of the basement wall and then swing it out,
Yep.
and you're outside.
Yeah. I like the one that swings down though.
And this is
The bed, like you were talking about. Yep.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Here's some other things that we play with is some of the interior components, like a bar
Oh,
stool.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this is good for 500 pounds. So that's pretty neat.
Okay.
This is just some type of shelf.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting concept we're working on is the fireplace area.
Okay.
There'll be a storage tray down here.
Oh.
And then, where's my TV?
Oh.
How about
Oh.
my
That
TV?
I like a lot.
And what's cool about it is you don't have to be concerned about the electric motors that lift the
I know. We've seen them at shows where they don't work anymore already.
concept that we're
Yeah.
working on. Of course, we have
Oh.
table slides, coffee tables, wine racks, barn doors. The way mine's set up is you go up the stairs and the bathroom's on the right-hand side. When you open the door, it blocks off the bedroom.
Yep,
So you have
same.
to kind of back out.
Yeah, or go down. Yeah, go
And
down
if
the
you
stairs.
step too far, you go down the steps.
Yeah, that's us.
Yep. So
That's us.
I am going to have one of those.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that would work in ours or not. I just love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll work in mine.
Yeah.
Either. We're going to try it. Okay, this is for the guys that have the patios.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is the big thing.
This is the Patio X.
Yes.
There are no steel rods, no steel framework. This is all pump up. And there's just two bladders that you have to pump up. One is that center brace there,
Okay.
and then the other is the framework.
Okay.
You have a valve right here. And you have the option of doing one over on the other side, but
As well.
either one of these will pump it up. You want to make sure one of them, the opposite one, is closed when you're pumping it in.
It's
And you've
amazing.
got several different options with the windows. You can, if it's chilly outside, you can have the plastic up and the curtains pulled back.
Yep.
You can take the curtains all the way down. You can take the plastic off of it and have just the wire or the mesh screen.
Okay. Okay.
Or you can have the mesh screen with the curtains.
Wow.
And at night you can close all the curtains and have your privacy. Neat that we're coming up with is flip steps.
Oh.
Now this is a version for patio. It's really much different than I'm making.
Make sure I'm not. Oh, that's the door. I'm gonna come over here so I can. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The
That.
biggest complaints about the patio steps
Yep.
is the fact that I had no place to store them.
Yep.
And rightfully so. I don't have to sit here.
That's okay.
They're quite large and they're very hard to store in your patio, in your garage. So we came up with this, and then another way to hang those and store them.
I just love that. Oh, hang them right inside on a hook.
Now, this is what our steps used to be.
Yes.
See how
Yeah.
large they are?
Yeah.
How bulky they are?
And how nice and narrow that one is.
Exactly, and it stows away and it takes up very little space. Well, and this is something else that people really love. You know, you've got the cables on most of your patio doors.
Yes.
that
Oh,
hold
yes.
it up. We have
Oh.
both the cables and the legs.
Okay. Oh, I like the legs better. I think that would make people feel better.
If you'll notice, we even have a leveling bubble for you.
Oh, so you know. Okay, yes.
Because you do have multiple holes that you can
Yeah.
set that at. Now, another cool thing that we come up, we do a lot of products for Jeeps.
Okay.
Okay, one of them is a kitchen Jeep. Basically, it's on a slide.
Okay.
So slides out.
There's a lot of people that want to cook outside and have things, and they have Jeeps and they pull the Jeeps.
There's a sink
Okay.
that goes in here. You have water and a pump.
Oh,
You got your refrigerator here.
okay.
Put a little stove top here.
Yep.
You got your whole kitchen here.
Yep, and you've got storage, I guess, or no?
This is another storage box
Yep.
that we put on. Yes, as well as this, as well as the joy tanks.
Yep.
And jack hanger with the oversized wheels on the Jeeps.
Yep.
The lifted ones. The jacks are a real issue where I store them because they have to be quite large.
Okay.
And so with that jack holder there, we put heavy-duty hinges on the doors
Yep.
and the hitch,
Okay.
or the gate rather.
Yep.
So yeah, all kinds of neat stuff that we put on there. So we try to be as diversified as we can, as I
Yep.
mentioned. Now here's another neat little slide. Now Quite honestly, for the fifth wheeler, you don't really have that much storage room to spare.
Yeah, that's true.
This is actually a slide.
Oh, that goes all the way. So imagine if this is inside your RV and then you can pull it out.
So you've got your refrigerator,
Yeah,
you've got your stove,
yeah.
top,
Oh my God.
everything you need except a TV.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right.
We even have a TV for you.
Oh my God. Guys, if you can name that price, he might sell it to you.
We also do
Oh, the pull-out
LP,
propane. Yeah.
and battery trays. Of course, another version of the slide.
Yeah.
This is a slide, and it contains this table, and this table is a speaker. So you lay your phone down there,
Yeah.
turn it on, you got your Bluetooth, and it's also charging your battery. And then when you get ready to leave, you take the legs off, stick it in here,
And it's done.
turn it up, and you're good to go.
All right, people who go to the Thousand Trails Indian Lake Campground, all this stuff is for you. I'm going to tell you how to find it. I'm going to tell you how to hook you up here.
Okay, and this is our entry door steps.
Okay.
Again, as I told you, we have a Gen 2 now.
Okay.
Gen 2 has the much wider step
Yep.
on the top.
Yeah.
And then normal size on the runs below that.
Which makes it easy for people coming in and out of the camper.
And it took us a little while to come up and do the actual top run. And the reason for that, if you'll come over here to the side, just point your camera in this direction. See how
Okay.
this run is offset from the run above it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, if you look at all the other steps, even our competitor's version of this,
Yep.
you'll see the back of this is actually underneath the run above it.
That is correct.
So what's significant about that? Well, let's say this run is up here. My heel's got to clear, so where's my foot going to come down? Okay?
So you're not-
I've got weight on the back, but not the front.
Yep.
If I want weight on both, I have to twist my leg.
Okay.
Well, with the MORryde step, when you come down, straight
do a
down,
solid
you've
step.
got weight on front and back.
Okay.
It's a safety thing.
Yes.
Okay, this is a product that's coming out soon.
Okay.
We've had the storage box for where your old steps are.
Yep.
You put it on the aftermarket. Well, now we're putting one with a air compressor in there.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can pump up to 120 PSI with that.
Okay.
So that's your storage box with compressed air. And it does have a fitting on both driver's side and curb side. Now, this is our strut assist step.
Oh, it's got the lights on it.
Strut assist is
Yeah.
exactly
You don't have to
that.
do anything.
The other thing that's nice about our Gen 2 is the adjustment of the legs. So if you look, here we have a spring-loaded trigger.
Yep. Oh, my God.
So when I'm setting up my steps, I just bring it down to where it needs to be,
When you drop it.
with the trigger.
How much do the new Gen 2, you called them, stairs, how much do those typically run for people that might be
Probably
interested?
right at 500.
Okay.
Now, we looked at the lights.
Yep. Yeah, I saw them when they came down. They're magnet or
They are magnet. If I
Okay.
need a light while I'm outside, I
You can just
walk
pull
over.
it.
Where's this one at?
people, do not show this to your kids. Then you've got it and you've got a place to get around, so.
And this is another product that we're working on for the vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Reaching the hand.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
How about
Oh, okay. That's nice.
a back saver, and particularly when the temperatures get below 50 degrees.
Okay.
And that's that 50 amp cord.
Yes.
They automatically, below 50 degrees, turn into an anaconda.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
correct.
there's a bunch
That
of
is
that.
correct.
So,
I think I may have seen this on Big Truck, Big RVs, because he just got one.
may have.
Yeah.
These things are great. So what I do when I get to my campsite, I just grab this and then I just walk out to my box. And I'll come back to the other side
Oh, don't step over there.
and plug in my trailer.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it.
Now, when I get ready to leave, you have a tension control on this.
Okay.
Just a little knob, loosen that up. That's going to make it extremely easy.
Oh, to roll it right back up. That's pretty cool.
Right in here. And I always keep a towel with me,
Yeah, we do too.
so I can clean it as I go.
Yeah.
And look how easy this is. I mean, it takes absolutely no effort whatsoever to reel this in. Now, this is for the guy that just doesn't want to
Yeah.
reel it up, and he's not in a big rush.
Yeah.
Because this will go in just as fast as you can reel it.
Yeah.
This is an electric version.
Oh, okay.
So, when we first came out with it, you had to stand here
Oh,
and unreel the whole thing. So we got smart.
Yeah.
And put a clutch on there.
so you can just pull it like normal. Because you want the electric when you reel it up.
Yep, just reel that out.
Yep.
Then when you get ready to come back in,
Yep.
lock that clutch.
Mm.
And it's a little bit slower.
No, that's okay.
I tell you, in those tea temperatures,
Yeah.
I love it then.
See how it's coming in by itself?
Now, the next thing we got is a concept. We have not released this yet.
Oh,
These sewer lines are always a pain.
yes, they are.
If you do like I do, I put mine in a plastic tub.
Yeah.
And put it in the basement
yeah.
compartment. Smells everything up. Well, how about we do this? This representing the side of your trailer.
Okay.
And
Oh, so it's got its own
gloves
place.
and
Yeah.
fittings. So that one will probably be coming out soon.
Okay.
Everybody loved it. And then last but not least, one of our concept products is the ladder.
Yes.
The ladder is always they scare me to death.
Yes, they do. They scare me really bad.
You'll notice
Nice
surface
and.
that you have to step on
Yep.
all the way up until the last two steps.
Oh, that's incredible.
But wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I need to do something on the side of the trailer.
Oh my God. Oh. And it turns into a regular ladder. No way. Oh, Bob would be jealous with envy with this. And then it is scary to get up and down there. So imagine being able to get up easy and then also use your ladder to work over here.
And you don't have to worry about losing your strapped on ladder. Now, the one thing that we are doing is we're going to lighten this up. It's probably about 15 pounds heavier.
Okay. When do you think this might be released?
It should be out by January of next year.
Okay. And you probably don't have any pricing on what you think something like that would
No
cost?
idea.
Because I think people will go nuts for that.
Yeah, it's still just a concept at this point, but once we get the weight out of it, it'll be a lot more desirable.
Can you see how it just slides right up in there? And like you said, they're going to make it lighter, and it's got little slots right there where it slides right up into.
And then it locks.
Oh.
Well, that's
That's
another
it?
5 and dime tour.
Okay, well, I want to thank you very much. So I hope that you liked this tour. I found it extremely interesting. I learned a lot while I was there. So comment below and let me know what you thought. And let me know if you want to see any other kind of factory tours or ones that you would want to see us go on. And I can try to go on them when we're in those areas. Please give us a thumbs up. Please click that bell to get notified so you know when HetteshWorld has videos coming out. Make sure you subscribe. And remember, we're HetteshWorld, or I'm HetteshWorld today anyway, so come travel in our world. Bye!